DJs, producers, welcome to my Produce Hack series. This is Produce Hack number 1. Today I'm gonna learn you how to add a stutter to your vocal. I got this sample from Splice. I really recommend to use something like this because of really vocal that is using words. It's really difficult. For these I'm gonna use this vocal. If you can hear it, it's gonna sound like really basic vocal, nothing much. A lot of reverb though, but I like it. We have two ways of doing this. First way, we're just gonna add this to our mixer track, number 5. And then we're gonna open up the plugin Grossbeat. Grossbeat is just a simple plugin from FL Studio, which automates the volume. That's what a stutter is. It's just an automation of the volume really quickly. So if we select here 1/4 beat gates, you're gonna hear we already have a stutter. And we can play with the attack and the release. The attack is just a way of saying how quickly do I want this effect to kick in. And release is just the same, but in a different way. Is how fast do I want this effect to disappear after my effect is gone. So if we play with the attack, you're gonna hear we can make it a little bit smoother by delaying the attack. So you can hear the difference here. Now we have a click and I really don't like it. So if you just smooth it out with the attack. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. The second way of doing it is a little bit more difficult, but we have a benefit that we can make any type of stutter, meaning we don't have to keep 1/4 beat gates or a 1 second beat gate. We can just make a really nice pattern that we like, and we can make that the stutter. So how do we do this? First, we're gonna take a sample. Doesn't matter which sample, just we need a trigger. We need something to tell our software, now I want to hear this now I want to hear this stutter. So I'm gonna use just the snare as a sample. It's just a basic snare in every FL Studio project. This is already linked to the 4th mixer channel, which is just right here. On our sample, the vocal sample, so in this case the 5th mixer channel, we're gonna add a fruity balancer or fruity balance, yeah, just right here. This is just a volume knob, it's not that crazy. It just spans right and left. Second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a fruity P controller to our sample, the snare. Then what we're going to do, we're gonna link the volume knob, link to controller, and we're gonna click here on P control peak. This means that every time something in the 4th channel is playing, we're gonna hear the stutter vocal. If we make a nice pattern with the snare, I made this quick rhythm. So if we add our pattern now, we're gonna hear. But every time we hear the vocal, we hear the snare. So we're gonna mute the snare in our mixer channel. And now we can already hear the vocal, but it's not quite how I like. So we're gonna tweak some stuff in the Fruity P controller. First of all, we're gonna tweak the volume up. And if you're gonna tweak the bass, that means the vocal is still going to get a little bit through our stutter. So you can hear the difference, yeah. So producers, that's 2 ways of how to add a stutter to your vocal. I really hope you like this video. If you got some other questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll try to make a video about it ASAP. Thank you for watching and ciao ciao.